Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to lay out some logical points of why I think this right here, this piece of paper, should not be called money. And if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned for this quick disclaimer and we'll jump right into it.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there.
Hey guys, welcome back to Compound Interest. This is Maverick. I'd like to thank you for checking out the channel, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and the YouTube algorithm likes it. And you know, if you hit the like button, I drink scotch. So I have some interesting topics today, and I want to get into 6 facts that you didn't know about money and actually talk about what is money. And I'm going to try and convince you why this right here really shouldn't be called money, even though everybody says it is. This is actually currency, and there's a difference. And on top of that, I have a bonus fact at the end of the video about money that you should stick around and see, because I really think you guys are going to get a kick out of it. All right, so what is money? Money, honestly, is nothing more than a medium of exchange. Money also has to stand the test of time, in my opinion. I have a question for you. Do you know how many currencies or money dollars have failed in the past 1,000 years? There are so many different countries and versions of money in the past that aren't around anymore. You can think about the Roman dollars, or, you know, a lot of the countries in Europe. When the euro became the standard, what happened to all those other countries? So like, you know, the Italian lira, which there used to be the currency that was in, or the money that was in the country of Italy, and now it's been taken over by the euro. So to me, in order for something to be money, it has to continue to be used. And that's why I don't think that this should be called money, because this probably won't be around in 500 years. It may be something else. It may be something like Bitcoin or the equivalent of something like that. Money's been called many different things over time. Most recently, it's called this, which in my opinion, I disagree with, because that's technically currency. There is a difference between money and currency. Now, I'm not going to get into high detail about the difference between money versus currency and all the different types of money. But my goal is to just kind of educate you and give you an idea of why this piece of paper right here really shouldn't be called money, even though people call it money. I mean, I've called it money before. What it really is just currency. This is nothing more than a piece of paper. It doesn't have any intrinsic value. So now I'm going to talk about 6 facts or characteristics about money. Fact number 1 about money. Money is a store of value. When you use money, it should be worth the same thing as it was the day before. Now, this piece of paper, again, could be interpreted as a store of value, because $100 is still worth $100 no matter what you do with this. The problem, though, is what people don't realize. The government keeps on printing so much money to the point where it actually keeps devaluing that piece of paper. And actually, the dollar bill has lost 98% of its buying power because the government can't control itself. So again, tell me how the dollar bill is a store of value if it's losing 98% of its value. It's not. All right, characteristic number 2, money has use case. Now, the biggest way I could describe use case is gold or silver. They actually have applicability in different industries. Like, gold isn't just used as purchasing stuff. Yes, you can use it to buy stuff with, but also you can use the properties in it in industry. Silver is used all the time in industry, gold not as much so, but it still is in computer chips and a lot of other different things. And again, this piece of paper cannot be used for anything like that. Reason number 3, money is a medium of exchange. And I know we kind of already touched on this. And basically what that means is I give you something, and it doesn't have to be a dollar bill, something in exchange for something else. So I buy goods or services, or I can pay, you know, taxes with it, settle debts, that kind of thing. And this is why the dollar bill is interpreted as money, is because you literally can exchange a dollar for goods or services. But back in the day, you know, the dollar bill and other, you know, fiat currencies is what they're really called, were not around. People used cows, people used silks, people used rice. Gold and silver was also used back then to barter with as a medium of exchange, and it sort of changed into pieces of paper. Fact or characteristic number 4 about money. Money has durability, and that is just basically something that can be used over and over and over again, and it doesn't wear or tear or get damaged. Now, like I said, this is a piece of paper. You know, how durable is this real? How many dollar bills have you seen that are ripped and teared? So like, I don't consider that to be durability. I don't. Now, gold and silver is a good example of something that's way more durable. You can't just rip it in half. It comes out of the earth. It lasts for thousands of years. So to me, gold and silver are better examples of money than the piece of paper that I just showed you. Factor characteristic number 5. Money has a limited supply. The dollar bill does not have a limited supply. It keeps on being printed more and more and more, which, like I said, causes inflation and devalues the dollar. Why it's lost 98% of its value. So when you have a limited supply of something, it creates supply and demand. If you have a limited supply of something and there's a demand for it, the value is going to maintain or go up. That is not the case, again, with this piece of paper. This thing does not, there's no control over it. We don't have any control over its value. There's not a limited supply. The US government just decides that, or the Fed just decides that they just want to print more money, and they print more money, and then now my $100 won't be able to buy a McChicken from McDonald's down the road. Reason number 6, acceptability. Money has to be accepted, in my opinion, universal or everywhere. Now, the dollar bill is accepted virtually almost anywhere in the world you go, because the United States has done a good job of building up the value of it, and it is required to be in reserves around the world. So it is widely acceptable in a lot of different countries. There's some that it's not accepted. Some people don't care about the US dollar. There are countries where their dollars are worth way more than the US dollars, and therefore they have no reason to accept a US dollar. But that is a characteristic why this could be interpreted as money. So now that we got all those 6 facts, to me, all those things have to apply in order for something to be called money. And that's why I don't think that the dollar bill should be called money. It's just currency. It's a measurement tool that doesn't have any intrinsic value. That's just what our government uses to represent a medium of exchange. It doesn't have all the characteristics that I've listed out, and therefore shouldn't be called money. All right, so let me get into the bonus fact, and I think this one is super interesting. I did not know about it until recently. And so the American Chemical Society tested and determined that 90% of all these pieces of paper, all these US dollars, have traces of cocaine in them. And if some of you are like, yeah, I'm gonna cut up my dollar bills and I'm gonna snort them, I mean, you can do that. I don't know if you'll get high or not. You could try it. If somebody does try it, let me know, because I'd be curious to see if you could. But that just shows me how freaking dirty, and it really is dirty. I mean, people touch stuff all the time. So I know for a fact that it is one of the dirtiest substances that we come across and touch on a day-to-day basis besides our phones. So that was just a fun fact that blew my mind, and I never would have thought that the US dollar had traces of cocaine in it, at 90% of them at least. Hey guys, again, thanks for checking out the channel, and if you like my content and you want to support it, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. It makes the YouTube algorithm happy, and as you know, if you hit the like button, I drink scotch. Oh man, I can't imagine that ever getting old. So till next time, have a great day, and thanks for watching. Yes, I keep using a $100 bill because I want everybody to see my life savings. It's all right here. And I think it's very convenient to be able to just carry your life savings with you. Really? Probably with the camera. Are we even filming? I don't even know.